China's giant aircraft just stunned the world. Most people did not expect China to achieve this, but they proved everyone wrong. This has surprised American engineers and prompted experts to take a fresh look at what the country can achieve in aerospace. This aircraft stands out due to its size and capabilities, and it's changing how people perceive China's technical abilities. What exactly makes this aircraft so noteworthy, and why are industry experts suddenly paying closer attention to China's aerospace progress? Join us as we examine the key details behind this development that's making headlines across the aviation world. In aviation, size is more than just appearance. It determines cargo capacity, flight range, and overall performance. Building these massive planes is one of the most complex engineering challenges, requiring advanced technology, structural strength, and precision. Countries worldwide have pushed the limits to create larger, more capable aircraft, but China's progress in this field has drawn significant attention. The Xi'an Y-20 Kunpeng, China's largest domestically produced military transport aircraft, has become a key symbol of its growing presence in global aviation. The Y-20 Kunpeng is built for serious transport. It is about 154 feet long, with a wingspan of roughly 164 feet, and it can handle a maximum takeoff weight of around 486,000 pounds. This aircraft is designed to move heavy cargo up to 66 metric tons, including troops, tanks, and essential equipment over long distances. Its development marks a major step for China's military logistics, providing a reliable, domestically produced transport that enhances mobility and response capabilities both within the country and on the global stage. What makes the Y-20 remarkable is not just its size, but what it represents. This aircraft showcases China's ability to design and manufacture advanced aviation technology, marking a huge step forward in its aerospace capabilities. With the Y-20, China has developed an aircraft that matches the scale and capabilities of some of the world's largest military transports, positioning itself alongside global leaders in air power. The Xi'an Aircraft Industrial Corporation built the aircraft. This military transport plane was designed to move heavy cargo over long distances. Its name, Kunpeng, comes from an ancient Chinese myth about a giant fish that turns into a massive bird. But within China's aviation industry, it is casually called Chubil because of its noticeably wider body, giving it a unique, stocky appearance that makes it stand out on the runway. In 2013, the Y-20 aircraft had an estimated price tag of about 160 million United States dollars. For comparison, that is roughly half the cost of its American counterpart, the Boeing C-17 Globemaster III, which was priced at around 340 million United States dollars in 2022. This price difference highlights China's increasing competitiveness in developing large-scale military aircraft. The Y-20 was built to meet a crucial need for China's military, providing fast and efficient transport for troops, vehicles, and supplies over long distances, similar to how major world powers use their heavy cargo planes. The project started in July 2007, and by the end of 2012, early images of its prototype were already circulating online. Its first flight happened on January 26, 2013, marking a significant milestone for China's aviation industry. One of its most groundbreaking features was its use of advanced technology. Reports from China indicate that it was the first cargo aircraft to incorporate three-dimensional printing in the production of its parts. This innovation helped streamline manufacturing, reduce workload, and cut costs, giving China a major advantage in building such a sophisticated aircraft. The Y-20 project team adopted a modern approach to accelerate design and enhance precision, utilizing model-based definition. Instead of traditional paper blueprints, engineers created fully digital models, making the process more efficient and streamlined. What makes this stand out is that the Y-20 was only the third aircraft in the world to use this system, following the Airbus A380 and Boeing 787. By integrating advanced tools like 3D printing and model-based design, China not only built large aircraft, but also advanced aviation technology. Traditionally, installing a plane's wings can take up to 2 months, but with MBD, this process was reduced to just a few hours. Overall, design time was cut by 40%, production preparation shrank by 75%, and the whole manufacturing cycle was shortened by 30%. Structural tests that were initially planned to take 300 days were completed in just 194 days, significantly faster than earlier projects like the Xi'an JH-7, which took a full year for similar work. Beyond MBD, the Y-20 was the first Chinese aircraft to incorporate a relational database management, or RDBM system. Deputy General Designer Feng Jun and the team faced early challenges, failing their first attempt after 2 months of work on the nose section. Their second effort, focused on the wings, proved successful after 3 more months. This breakthrough shaved at least 8 months off the overall development timeline, with some design adjustments, such as wing modifications, reducing the work time from a whole week to just half a day. The Y-20 also uses virtual reality technology in its development. Pilots and engineers use specialized helmets to interact with the aircraft's systems in a virtual environment, allowing them to test functions and identify issues before physical construction begins. This approach improves efficiency and reduces costly errors. Unlike earlier projects that depended on imported materials, the aircraft is built using advanced composite components made entirely in China. This includes specialized relays developed by Guilin Aerospace, part of the Tri-River Aerospace Group, and flame-retardant materials from the 703 Institute of the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation. These high-performance composites meet global safety standards, demonstrating that China is not only keeping pace in aerospace material science, but is also actively competing on the world stage. The cargo design is built for efficiency and flexibility. It features a wide shoulder wing, a tall T-tail, and a large rear ramp that makes loading military vehicles and heavy machinery much easier. The landing gear is designed to handle serious weight with 3 rows of wheels on each side, totaling 12. This setup keeps the plane stable even on rough runways. According to the aircraft's deputy general designer, it can take off in as little as 600 to 700 meters, about 2,000 to 2,300 feet, making it a highly adaptable option for military operations and disaster relief missions. The Y-20's cockpit is equipped with 4 large liquid crystal display electronic flight instrument systems, or FS screens. Instead of traditional dials, these digital displays provide pilots with real-time data, making it easier to monitor the aircraft's performance. This upgrade enhances safety and efficiency, enabling quicker and more informed decision-making during flights. Combined with its advanced materials and durable construction, the Y-20 isn't just a transport aircraft, it is a powerhouse. The aircraft initially relied on 4 Russian Soloviev D-30 KP-2 engines, each providing about 12 tons of thrust. These engines powered the plane when it officially entered production in 2016. However, from the outset, China had grander plans, developing engines that could match or even surpass those of foreign models. This was not just about technological advancement. It was about reducing reliance on imported systems and strengthening national aerospace capabilities. By late 2017, China had started testing the Chengdu WS-18 engine, a domestically produced version based on the Russian D-30. The WS-18 was about 300 kilograms lighter, weighing just under 2 metric tons. It generated slightly more thrust, around 13 tons per engine, and was more fuel efficient than its predecessor. To put it in perspective, it is like upgrading from an older, fuel-hungry car to a newer, more efficient model with a bit more speed. While the improvement was not dramatic, the WS-18 served as an interim solution as China continued to develop a more advanced engine. The Shenyang WS-20 was the advanced engine China had been working on. It provided power to give the Y-20 the boost it needed. Each engine produced about 14 tons of thrust, allowing the aircraft to carry up to 66 tons of cargo, which is roughly the weight of 100 fully loaded pickup trucks. Using the same core design as China's WS-10 fighter jet engine, the WS-20 began single-engine testing in early 2019. By late 2020, China was already running complete flight tests with all 4 WS-20 engines, pushing the Y-20 to its limits. In March 2023, the upgraded Y-20B, equipped with the long-anticipated WS-20 engines, entered service with China's People's Liberation Army Air Force. That same month, the Aero Engine Corporation of China confirmed it had resolved all significant technical challenges with engines like the WS-20. This milestone signaled a shift for China's aviation industry, proving it could not only match but surpass older foreign designs and establish itself as a global contender. On July 6, 2016, China officially delivered its first mass-produced Y-20 aircraft with serial number 11051 to the People's Liberation Army Air Force. Shortly after, the second aircraft, numbered 11052, was assigned to the 12th Regiment of the 4th Transport Division in Chonglai, Chengdu. This was a major milestone for China's military aviation, proving that these aircraft weren't just being built, they were entering active service with a clear purpose. By May 8, 2018, the Y-20 was no longer just sitting in hangars. The People's Liberation Army Air Force confirmed that the aircraft had completed its first joint airdrop training with airborne troops. This marked an important step in its operational use, as China was now using the Y-20 for more advanced military missions. Training exercises focused on deploying troops and equipment into battle zones, a critical capability for any major air force aiming to respond quickly and effectively. In February 2020, as the COVID-19 pandemic unfolded, the Y-20 was deployed for an entirely different kind of mission. On February 13, it joined a fleet of 11 aircraft delivering 2,600 military medical personnel to Wuhan, the heart of the outbreak. The fleet consisted of 6 Y-20s, 3 Ilyushin Il-76s, and 2 Y-9s. This marked the Y-20's first civilian operation, proving that military transport aircraft aren't just for combat, they can be vital in disaster response as well. In the years that followed, the Y-20 continued to expand its role. In June 2021, it was seen patrolling over the South China Sea, drawing criticism from Malaysia, while Japanese analysts viewed it as a sign of China's increasing air power. Then, in November 2021, a Y-20U aerial tanker was spotted near Taiwan, marking its first documented operation outside mainland China. By January 2022, 2 Y-20s flew over 10,000 kilometers from Guangzhou to Tonga, delivering 33 tons of disaster relief after a volcanic eruption and tsunami. From military exercises to humanitarian missions, the Y-20 has become a symbol of China's growing global presence. On April 9, 2022, 6 Y-20 cargo planes landed at Belgrade Nikola Tesla Airport in Serbia, reportedly delivering Fk-3 surface-to-air missile systems. This event underscored the Y-20's role in China's global military exports. For those unfamiliar with military transport, these planes are like enormous flying trucks that deliver advanced missile systems designed to strengthen a country's defenses. On June 28, just a few months later, 6 Y-20 aircraft arrived in Afghanistan, delivering 105 metric tons of humanitarian aid after a devastating earthquake. To put that into perspective, it is about the same weight as 70 fully loaded family cars packed with supplies. This mission was not about military strength or defense, it was purely about helping people in need. The Y-20's ability to shift between military operations and humanitarian relief shows how China is using its air force for more than just national security. It is also playing a role in global crisis response. On August 1, 2022, China introduced the YY-20, a tanker variant of the Y-20, and announced that it had started combat readiness training. Aerial tankers like the YY-20 are essential for refueling fighter jets in mid-air, allowing them to stay airborne longer and cover more ground. This is like a race car getting refueled without stopping. It keeps the jets flying without interruptions. The following September, China released video footage showing YY-20 tankers refueling Chengdu J-20 stealth fighters, confirming that the system was fully operational in real-world conditions. The Y-20 made its first public appearance at a Western European air show in early September 2022, showing up at Air Power 2022 in Austria. This was a significant moment for China, as it demonstrated the country's advancements in military aviation on an international stage. Since then, China has developed several versions of the aircraft: the Y-20A, powered by either Russian or Chinese engines, the Y-20B, equipped with the stronger Shenyang WS-20 engines, and tanker variants like the YY-20A and YY-20B, which can carry about 90 metric tons of fuel, comparable to Russia's Ilyushin. There is even an airborne early warning version called the KJ-3000, which was spotted undergoing flight tests in late December 2024. On July 13, 2016, Chinese national Su Bin admitted to helping hack into Boeing systems. The goal was to steal classified documents on 3 of the United States' most advanced aircraft: the C-17 cargo plane, the F-22 stealth fighter, and the F-35 fighter jet. Once the data was taken, Su Bin translated the files from English to Chinese and sent them to the 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army General Staff Department. In simple terms, he was acting as a go-between, funneling critical U.S. military intelligence to China, all for personal profit. Su Bin was not just after money. He admitted in his emails that the stolen data was crucial for accelerating China's military projects, particularly Project A, which later turned out to be the program behind the Xi'an Y-20 cargo aircraft. By passing along this intelligence, he gave China a shortcut in developing a transport plane that could rival U.S. capabilities. He was sentenced to 3 years and 10 months in federal prison and fined $10,000. But after serving part of his sentence, he was released by October 2017. This case became a clear example of how cyber espionage can rapidly advance military technology and influence global defense dynamics. The Xi'an Y-20 became one of China's most powerful military cargo planes, built to transport massive loads over long distances. It operates with a crew of 3 and can carry up to 66,000 kilograms. That is roughly the weight of 50 compact cars, or over 140,000 pounds. The aircraft itself is about 47 meters long, with a wingspan of 50 meters and a height of 15 meters. To put that into perspective, it's as tall as a 5-story building, and its wings extend more than half the length of a football field. The Y-20's capability comes from its 4 turbofan engines, each producing 140 kilonewtons of thrust, about 31,000 pounds of force. That is like having 4 massive rockets under the wings, working together to get this aircraft off the ground. Despite its empty weight of 100,000 kilograms, it can take off at a maximum weight of 220,000 kilograms, more than twice its weight. The Y-20 delivers solid performance, reaching a top speed of 926 kilometers per hour, about 575 miles per hour, or Mach 0.75. For standard flights, it cruises at around 630 kilometers per hour, or about 390 miles per hour. Its range is what stands out. It can fly up to 7,800 kilometers while transporting 2 Type 15 tanks. If it's carrying a lighter load of around 16.5 tons, its ferry range stretches to 10,000 kilometers, making it a competent long-distance transport aircraft. The rival of the Y-20 is the C-17 Globemaster III, which is a heavy-duty military transport aircraft designed for big missions. Operated by a crew of 2 pilots and 1 loadmaster, it can haul up to 77,000 kilograms of cargo, that is about 170,000 pounds, loaded onto 18 military pallets. But it's not just built for freight. It can carry over 100 paratroopers, seat 134 soldiers with gear, or 54 troops when maximizing cargo space. On medical missions, it can transport 36 stretcher patients, plus 54 walking patients and medical personnel. This aircraft is built to move serious weight, whether it's an M1 Abrams tank, 2 Bradley armored vehicles, or 3 Stryker armored vehicles. The C-17 is built for serious heavy lifting. It measures 53 meters in length, has a wingspan of about 52 meters, and stands nearly 17 meters tall, roughly the height of a 5-story building. Its wings span 350 square meters and use a specially designed airfoil to maximize lift for carrying heavy cargo. When empty, the aircraft weighs 128,000 kilograms, but at full capacity, it can reach 265,000 kilograms. It holds over 134,000 liters of fuel, and its 4 Pratt & Whitney PW2000 turbofan engines each produce more than 40,000 pounds of thrust, giving it the power to handle demanding missions worldwide. China's Xi'an Y-20 has made a massive impact on global military aviation, prompting countries like the US to take notice. What was once considered a newcomer has now positioned itself among top players in aircraft design advancing both technology and performance. With developments like three-dimensional printing, model-based engineering, and domestically built high-power engines, the Y-20 isn't just a cargo plane. It represents China's increasing reach and capability in modern military aviation. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.